Today we're going to speak about cancer. What are the causes and how we may be able to protect ourselves from cancer. So for simplicity, let us try and understand by dividing cancer into three parts, three stages. The first one being the initiation phase. So what happens in the initiation phase? I take grass, sow it in the lawn. It will take some time to catch root. Why? When the environment is right, which is the sun, the water, the air, the nutrition, all of that, when it gets it, it will catch root. Similarly within us, Dr. Otto Warburg in 1931 won the Nobel Prize for Medicine to say that cancer will only thrive in an acidic environment and a completely deoxygenated environment. Now, the way we lead our lives, which is the environment within us is toxic, is acidic, we don't exercise, there is less oxygen, it leads to cancer because the environment is right. So cancer is taking root. The next phase is the promotion phase. So we go back to the lawn. What happens? When it gets the right environment again and it continues to be there, which is for the grass to grow or the cancer to grow within, the grass will continue to grow, and this phase might take 8, 10, 15 or 20 years. It's the same within us. If we continue in that toxic environment, the cancer continues to grow. It's very important to understand over here, this is the cause, the right environment for the cancer to grow. Then, finally, a tumor shows up. When the path lab reports are able to catch it, it is of a certain size, and then, please understand this very clearly. The tumor is not the cancer, it is the symptom of an acidic environment within. What do we do with the tumor? The first thing when we see the tumor is we go for a biopsy. But the body in its wisdom says, let me contain the tumor in one place so that it does not spread all over the place. Please understand, if you have a prison, you have a whole host of criminals in the prison. Would you like to keep them imprisoned in one place? Or would you like to let them loose all over the city and create havoc? It's the same stage over here. We do a biopsy and let them spread all over the place. And then you don't know where they have gone in the body to cause or create cancer there. The third phase is the progression phase, which is cancer has gone out of control. It has said to be metastasized. It has grown all over the body. And similarly in the lawn, it has grown in the lawn, in the driveway, in the hall, everywhere. It's beyond control and leads to fatalities. To paraphrase, if I'm living in a toxic environment, say I'm working in a paint shop, breathing in those toxic fumes, I'm smoking, I'm doing whatever else which is not right as per the good lifestyle. Please understand, every day millions of our cells die and millions new ones are regenerated. A hair follicle, when it dies, it knows it has to multiply 8 times for a new hair follicle to come. The stomach lining also gets replaced in about 7-8 days. Similarly, all parts and organs in our body get replaced. So what is happening is, each cell knows to protect, progress and procreate. That is the law of nature, law of evolution. So each of these cells will learn to protect itself. But what happens is when we live in a toxic environment, the DNA, which controls how many times you multiply, gets mutated. And when that gets mutated, the cell does not know when to stop because it has to protect, progress and procreate. And it continues to multiply n number of times. And in that due course of multiplication, it causes a tumor, which is then being able to detect by our path lab reports. And when we detect, that is a biomarker for cancer. Now the body in its wisdom, in its intelligence, tries to contain the cancer cells in one place. But we cut it up. We let it loose. Please understand, that is the symptom of cancer. It is not the cause. The cause is the toxic nature. We have spent years researching on cancer. Still, recently you heard of so many cases of film stars, Rishi Kapoor, Irfan Khan, and so many others who have all the money in the world to fix themselves. Question is, how many of them have fixed themselves beyond 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years? Because cancer is not just the body. We are made up of our mental state, our emotional state, our spiritual state, and the body. But right now we are only treating the body, not the other 3 states. You have to tackle the cause, not just the symptom, not just the body. And that is how you keep seeing people suffering and dying. Very recently, we had a very, very close relative of ours in the extended family. He was detected with oral cancer. The tongue was affected. The first thing they did was a biopsy. They told us, yes, we've got the best doctor in Asia and they are fixing him. Great, very happy for him. But what does a biopsy do? And I hope we are wrong. In principle, I know we are not. He has gone in for an operation. The tongue, a part of it has got excised. They have taken a part of the muscle from another part of the body, done plastic surgery and fixed it there. He is staying at home. He's got tubes coming out from his mouth, from his neck. Can't speak. It's not the best situation to be in, but that is a choice they have made. Have they treated the cause? Or are they just fixing the physical body? I want you to understand this very clearly. A person is not sick because he or she has cancer. A person has cancer because they are sick. How would you think you would want to treat someone lying in bed after surgery for a few months, or treat the cause? The choice is yours.